do you think that like that's the next level of it being the primary world is basically that we all have AI avatars that are just being us online or
No, I think it's actually AR, at least in terms of what you're talking about with, you can walk down the street and see any day a dozen people doing TikTok dances as people are like going to and from work and they just don't give a shit. It was called Future So Bright. And it was about a guy dating in the future, maybe like 30 years from now, when the whole world is basically run by this big AI company that kicks out a new AI product every year. And then they come out with a product called Everything, where they generate every image that's possible to be created and put it in a publicly searchable database. And then the third thing is a pill called Heaven. You take it, it takes an atomic map of your brain, uploads it into a server for this AI company. You live forever, but it kills your body. And so the whole book is about this guy slowly realizing you cannot stop the march of technology. You might as well embrace it because he's heavily
mm,
anti AI. But the reason I bring this up is because in that book, there's a sport called Floton, which is an AR sport. So you put on your AR glasses, and so does somebody else. And what you then see in this team game is a kind of translucent box forms around you and whoever else is in the game playing on this field, and then a ball forms in the middle of the field, and you run to it, and you're throwing the ball around and catching it, but none of it is real. It's all projected in AR glasses. So if you're watching somebody play that game, they're just like jumping around, swatting at nothing with these AR glasses on. And I think
mhm,
that type of thing is where we're really headed. It's Elon Musk's Neuralink, where he's implanting computer chips into people's heads that allow them to
mm,
control cell phones and computer devices just with thought, and AR goggles like the Apple Pro Vision, like X-Real 2. There's a bunch of different ones, but ultimately these things will get merged together. And instead of a chip in your brain, you're going to be wearing like a little skull cap that picks up your brain waves and can also interfere with your brain waves, basically sending signals to your optic nerve so that the whole world will be mapped with whatever you want it to be. If you want to play World of Warcraft 24/7 and you want your real world to look like Stormwind Castle, that can happen for you. And
mhm.
if advertisers want to put, whatever Ford and Coke and Crest ads on every flat surface, that will also happen. But I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the future of it. And I think we will see that in our lifetimes for sure.